The clothes you're wearing right now are doing more than just covering your body. They're speaking a language, affecting your mood, and even changing how people treat you. Yes, that shirt you thought was just a shirt? It's actually altering your brain chemistry. Those jeans, they're sending signals you might not be aware of. A woman named Sarah Williams discovered this truth after years working behind the scenes in the fashion industry, and what she found will change how you dress forever. The clothing choices you make each morning aren't just about style or comfort. They're shaping your health, your social interactions, and even your future opportunities. The fabrics touching your skin right now might be slowly draining your energy, while the right clothing choices could be boosting your confidence and opening doors you never imagined. The fashion industry doesn't want you to know this, but today, everything changes. Sarah Williams spent 15 years as a textile developer for major fashion brands before she uncovered the truth. The clothing most people wear every day is actively working against them in ways they never suspect. This isn't just about looking good. It's about how your clothing choices are fundamentally affecting your well-being. Synthetic fabrics can disrupt your hormones. Certain dyes can affect your mood. Even the cut and fit of your clothes can alter your posture, which directly impacts your confidence and how others perceive you. Most alarming is how these effects compound over time. The woman who wears energy-draining clothing for years might blame herself for feeling constantly tired or unconfident, never realizing the culprit is hanging in her closet. The psychological impact of wearing the wrong colors for your energy type can subtly undermine your work performance or relationship success day after day. This information matters right now because the fashion industry is pushing more synthetic, chemically treated clothing than ever before. Fast fashion has created a crisis not just for the environment, but for your personal well-being. Before you buy another piece of clothing, you need to understand what Sarah discovered about the clothes you wear every day. Your body is already trying to tell you something important about your wardrobe. You just haven't recognized the signs. Let's look at what research has confirmed about clothing psychology. Studies from Northwestern University found that wearing certain types of clothing actually changes your brain chemistry and behavior. They call it enclothed cognition. When participants wore lab coats described as doctor's coats, their attention and focus measurably improved. This isn't suggestion, and it's your brain literally performing differently based on what you wear. Color psychology in clothing goes even deeper. Blue garments have been shown to lower blood pressure and heart rate, while red clothing increases perceived attractiveness and even gives athletes a measurable competitive advantage. The woman who wears red to a job interview or first date is unknowingly triggering specific psychological responses in the people she meets. Your clothing's physical contact with your skin creates another level of influence. Synthetic fabrics like polyester, acrylic, and nylon can trap heat, disrupt your body's electrical field, and even contain residual chemicals that your skin absorbs throughout the day. Notice how you feel after a day wearing 100% synthetic materials versus natural fibers. That difference isn't in your imagination. Most people make the mistake of choosing clothes based solely on trends or first impressions in a dressing room mirror. They don't realize that a garment that feels fine for 2 minutes might drain their energy after wearing it for 8 hours, or that the clothing structure that looks good in one position might restrict natural movement and breathing throughout the day. If you've ever felt inexplicably tired, uncomfortable, or lacking confidence despite putting effort into your appearance, your clothes might be sending signals completely opposite to what you intended. The fashion industry operates on principles that prioritize profit over your well-being. Sarah Williams witnessed these practices firsthand during her career, and what she saw horrified her enough to leave the industry entirely. Let me share what most brands don't want you to know. First, the chemicals in your clothing. New garments typically contain formaldehyde to prevent wrinkling and mildew during shipping. Azo dyes, which can release carcinogenic amines, are still used in countless colored garments. Flame retardants, synthetic fabric treatments, and antimicrobial finishes add more chemical exposure. A Swedish study found that these chemicals can remain in garments even after multiple washes and can be absorbed through your skin throughout the day. The concept of planned obsolescence is built directly into modern clothing design. Fast fashion. Items are intentionally constructed to break down after 10 to 15 washes by using weaker thread tensions, lower quality fabrics, and minimal seam allowances. The woman who believes she's saving money on a $20 shirt actually ends up spending more, replacing it repeatedly while exposing herself to more chemical treatments. Marketing tactics specifically target your psychological vulnerabilities. Fashion. Brands create artificial seasons beyond the traditional 4, manufacturing a sense of urgency to buy now. They deliberately design stores with confusing layouts and manipulative lighting to lower your decision-making abilities. Even the music in clothing stores is carefully selected to increase impulsive spending behavior. Most disturbingly, your clothing's impact extends beyond your personal health. The textile industry remains one of the world's largest polluters, with devastating environmental impacts from chemical runoff and microplastic shedding. The same substances harming water systems are touching your skin daily. The average person now buys 60% more clothing items than 20 years ago and keeps them for half as long. This cycle doesn't just drain your wallet. It creates a constant stream of chemical exposure and psychological manipulation that most people never recognize. Your closet might actually be working against your best interests every single day. When Sarah Williams realized how profoundly clothing was affecting people's well-being, she developed a comprehensive approach to conscious clothing choices. This isn't about throwing out your entire wardrobe or spending more money. It's about making informed decisions that support rather than undermine you. Start with material awareness. Natural fibers like cotton, linen, hemp, and wool allow your skin to breathe and your body's electrical field to function normally. These materials move with your body instead of restricting it, and naturally wick moisture away from your skin. When you must choose synthetic materials for specific functions, look for those that have been certified free of harmful chemicals and tested for skin sensitivity. Color selection goes beyond trends to personal energy alignment. Sarah discovered that each person has natural color harmonies that enhance their energy rather than drain it. A simple test: hold different colored fabrics near your face in natural light, and notice which ones make your skin look vibrant and which create shadows or sallowness. The colors that enhance your natural coloring typically boost your energy when worn. Perform the movement test before purchasing any garment. In the fitting room, raise your arms, sit down, bend over, and take deep breaths. Clothing that restricts any of these natural movements will subtly affect your oxygen intake and energy levels throughout the day. Your clothing should move with you, not against you. Develop a relationship with your clothes through mindful selection. Before buying, ask, does this item support my well-being and authentic self-expression? Will this fabric feel good against my skin all day? Does this color and style give me energy or take it away? These simple questions can transform your relationship with clothing. Practice the 30 wear test. Only purchase items you can realistically see yourself wearing at least 30 times. This single rule eliminates impulsive purchases and creates a wardrobe of items that truly serve you. The woman who builds her wardrobe this way spends less money while surrounding herself with clothing that enhances rather than depletes her daily experience. The changes people experience when applying Sarah's principles go far beyond just looking better. Lisa, a marketing executive, struggled with chronic fatigue for years. After switching to natural fiber clothing and selecting colors that harmonized with her energy, she noticed improved energy levels within just 2 weeks. Her colleagues commented on her renewed confidence, not realizing it came from such a simple change. Michael, a teacher who suffered from unexplained skin irritation, discovered his synthetic uniforms were the culprit. After requesting a fabric accommodation, his persistent rash disappeared completely. His improved comfort translated into more engaged teaching and better student outcomes. The most surprising transformation often happens financially. Jasmine realized she was spending over $2,000 annually on fast fashion items that quickly fell apart or sat unworn in her closet. By applying the 30 wear test and investing in fewer, better quality pieces, she reduced her clothing budget by 60% while actually enjoying her wardrobe more. The ripple effects extend into professional success. Research shows that people who wear clothing aligned with their authentic selves perform better in interviews and negotiations. The confidence that comes from feeling truly comfortable in what you're wearing creates a presence that others respond to positively. You'll know these principles are working when you notice yourself standing taller, feeling more energetic at the end of the day, and receiving compliments not just on how you look, but on your presence and energy. Many report sleeping better, experiencing less anxiety, and feeling more aligned with their purpose once they stop fighting against their clothing and start working with it instead. Now let's turn knowledge into action with a practical wardrobe reset. Start by taking everything out of your closet and evaluating each piece using Sarah's 3-question test. First, does this item physically feel good on my body? Be honest about comfort beyond just the first few minutes of wearing it. Second, does this item visually represent who I truly am? Not who you think you should be or who others expect. Third, does this item energetically support me? Notice how you feel when wearing it, energized or drained. Items that pass all 3 questions go back into your closet. Those failing any question go into separate piles for donation, repurposing, or responsible recycling. Next, identify your foundation pieces, the versatile items that can be styled multiple ways and form the backbone of your wardrobe. These should be in natural fibers and neutral colors that align with your personal coloring. For most people, 3-5 bottoms and 5-7 tops that can be mixed and matched create a surprisingly complete foundation. When building your signature style, focus on silhouettes that honor your body's natural movement rather than restricting it. Pay attention to where your eye naturally goes when you look in the mirror. This often reveals what feels authentic to you beyond current trends. Before shopping, implement the 48-hour rule for any non-essential purchase. This simple waiting period eliminates most impulse buys driven by marketing tactics. Shop with a specific list rather than browsing, and whenever possible, support brands committed to transparency about their manufacturing processes and materials. Remember that a truly empowering wardrobe isn't built in a day. This is a gradual transition toward more conscious choices, not an overnight overhaul that creates waste and financial strain. Sarah's most profound discovery was that clothing serves as a visual language expressing our authentic identity. When we dress in alignment with our true selves, we reinforce who we are both to others and to ourselves. This isn't about status symbols or brand names. It's about the subtle conversation between your inner self and your outer presentation. Think of your clothing choices as daily affirmations. Each time you choose a garment that truly supports you, you're making a statement. I value my well-being. I honor my authentic expression. I choose what serves me. The collective impact of more people making conscious clothing choices extends beyond individual benefits. As consumers shift toward quality, sustainability, and authenticity, industries must respond. Your personal choices create ripples that eventually become waves of change. Sarah ultimately realized that clothing isn't just about covering the body, it's about honoring the person within. The right garment doesn't just complement your appearance, it complements who you are and who you're becoming. This is the true power of conscious clothing choices. Start your clothing transformation today by selecting just one item in your current wardrobe that truly makes you feel like your best self. Notice everything about it, how it feels, looks, and the energy it gives you. Use these insights as your North Star for future choices. Share your experience in the comments below. Your authentic self deserves to be dressed authentically.